Sometimes a user wants to just add one part at a time into the system. As you may have already learned, our import manager will allow new part introduction through an import file, and this is typically encouraged when the user has a lot of different part numbers to get in at one time. Otherwise, we do have a newly renovated module called SmartCreate, and it is our new part introduction module. So we'll go ahead and click this. Before we get started actually creating the part, we do need to know what category that this part is going to exist inside of. And there are a couple of ways to navigate that category. One of them is by searching. And I can find my category here. But if I cancel that, you can also go up and down the tree. So I'm just going to go back to my semi-hermetic compressors. And as you'll see on the right-hand side, you're going to get a list of all of the attributes that are already on this category, paying special attention to the ones at the very bottom. And if you hover over any of these attribute names, it will tell you the data type. As you can see, integer dot number of cylinders. That is just saying that this data type is an integer, or I'm sorry, this attribute has a data type which is integer, meaning it doesn't need to have any units of measure. If you do have units of measure, please make this a numeric data type. However, moving on, we see width is numeric and so on. Also, if it doesn't already give it away, this key icon does indicate that these last several attributes are key attributes on this category. So now that we have our category, I'm going to go ahead and press continue. And now on this screen, we are essentially trying to root out any of the potential matches, potential duplicates. And this is to ensure that you're not adding the same part number twice, that maybe once you start adding this, you realize it's already in there and you can just then go add to that part. But here, we're trying to make a new part. So what I'm going to do is take these carets here and expand, drop them down. All of these values are based off of an LOV, or list of values, also known as AVLs, which is allowed values list. And they exist down here. So I'm just going to select the first one. As you can see, there are 7 entries here, meaning there are 7 potential duplicates. And that just means if I look at my voltage rating again, 115 VAC, and then I find that attribute, we are going to see all of these do have that rating. So now what I want to do is continue to add a few more attributes here just to kind of whittle down and make sure that the item I'm adding is actually new. So I'll go into my horsepower now, and I'm going to pick 20. Okay, perfect. I have no results. So that means that when I go into the next screen, I'm going to be filling out completely new data for a completely new part. So I'll hit continue. This is where I will be able to finalize details, and so I can add this. I'm just going to do a random number and copy that. An item description, just sample compressor. On the screen, you can also add a legacy item number. You have the option to add to any batch or deliverable that you may have. So I'll just do this. Any item access groups that may be set up. But minimally, we need the item number to exist. Otherwise, DFR doesn't know how to classify this. So down below, I can keep just the minimal attribution that I did add on the previous screen, or I can continue to find different stuff. And I'm just going to kind of go all around here. And I know these probably don't exist together. All right, and perfect. So now, as long as I'm happy with any attribution right here, I can also add any images at this time, as well as any drawings, any sort of files, source documents, anything like that. I'll go back to my details, and now I'm happy. I have all of my stuff figured out. Last bit of information is that we do have the ability to add different qualifiers as you're creating this part. I'm just going to keep it as the traditional part.0. So now I will finalize this and hit save. Now on the bottom we say new item added, success. So now if I just go ahead and take this, we'll hit done. I'll navigate to Smart Find to check my work. Go on to a part search. And here's my part. Sample compressor, all of my information.